Welcome. There are still 8 of you, but this competition is constantly changing. 2 artists have been eliminated, and 2 veteran artists have returned, and it's far from over. Because only one of you will earn $100,000, a feature in Ink magazine, and the title of Ink Master. This week, you are being tested on creativity.
Creativity brings a tattoo to life. It's gonna set apart the people who can actually draw and put together their tattoo from the tracers. If you're not creative, your tattoo is always gonna look boring.
For today's Flash Challenge, you must use creativity to make an extraordinary work of art using a common everyday item. Salt.
Salt. I don't know what he's talking about.
Salt? What are you, nuts? What are we, hanging out at a diner? Gonna play with some salt on the table?
The more limited your resources are, the more creativity it takes to make something incredible. First, you must stencil your design onto a 4-foot by 8-foot adhesive board. Then, carefully apply various grains of salt to create your masterpiece. Today, you will have help, but you'll also have to compromise, because once again, you must work in teams of 2.
Great!
Another team. Last time I had to share the skull pick, I ended up at the bottom.
Clean, you won the last elimination tattoo. That means you get to assign the teams. As you know, who you work with can make all the difference, so choose carefully.
These guys were gunning for me as soon as I walked in the house. I got a big target on my back. There's no way I'm gonna give somebody an advantage by putting 2 guys that know what they're doing on a team, except for myself. I gotta win every challenge from here on out.
Artists, one by one, please read the number on the bottom of your skull to determine your teams.
1.
4.
4.
I'd pick Picasso because I've seen his artistic ability, and this Edward Scissorhands looking mother is like super creative.
2.
2.
St. Mark, he's a prick. Clean, you son of a bitch.
3.
3. I'm stoked to be working with Megan. She's part of my alliance. She's super creative. Clean made a big mistake.
Number 1.
One artist, one good one, she can bring him down.
Those are the teams. The winners of the Flash Challenge will have the power to assign all human canvases in the elimination tattoo as a team. You have 4 hours to show creativity using only salt. And your time begins now.
Let's do this.
I'm gonna run through ideas with you.
We gotta figure out how subjects matter.
Today's challenge is out of the box. It's something that I can almost promise that none of these artists have ever done before, and that's the whole point that we're testing them on it.
If we did like a badass skull, the eyes would be super white.
Just to see what they'll come up with in a completely unfamiliar environment.
Our shadows themselves are really cool, and if we do the silhouette of like a sexy woman, I mean, you can make like really cool.
it's awesome. If somebody's not a good artist overall, this is gonna be a tough day.
Megan Jean is making a silhouette of herself.
So you tell me what you think.
I pictured the skyline.
Everybody else is gonna do the skyline. It's what's right in front of us. That's not creative. How do you think that would work with creativity? I won the last Flash Challenge. I need to get Anthony to agree with me. Something bigger to work with will be better. The first thing that came to my head was a dope, like, skull with a huge headdress.
Okay, I just need to come up with a drawing.
If you've got some ideas, I really like your design stuff. I mean, I trust you.
The veterans need to take back the skull pick. The new artists have had it way too easy for way too long. It ends today.
I was thinking in my head, I would do like this gnarled out, like spray can with a face and a long nose with wings on it flying over New York City. Maybe put a planet up in the top side.
That's ridiculous.
We were doing a koi fish. I hope they don't eat us up for creativity. I think we're showing creativity on how to use our medium.
There's definitely some friction between me and Alex.
Just do it, I don't care.
He needs to be on my team.
2 hours to go, everybody. 2 hours.
I'm so salty right now. I want to die.
There, that looks rad.
That does look good.
That's dope. All you really need is some lines.
That's it. Scrape out some lines.
We need a couple of finger waves just like those. I think you're underestimating the time it's going to take to salt this thing. It won't matter. You sure? Yeah.
St. Mark is starting to piss me off.
Hey, man, it's a team challenge, right? I got this for a minute. Go sit down. It's the Mark show all day.
Is it?
Not a surprise.
Man.
I hate koi fish. It's a played-out design, dude.
1 hour remaining. Final hour.
We're doing a skull with a candle on the top, with a moth being attracted to it. I think it's pretty creative.
Don't get too crazy. You don't want it white on that wing.
The only problem is, once you put the salt on, you can't get it off.
Let's give it a good cleaning.
This guy's just throwing salt like it's a set of French fries.
Remember, you want contrast. You want nothing lighter than the flame behind it.
There's salt everywhere. This is the worst challenge of my Ink Master career.
5, 4.
Need more time.
3, 2, 1. That is it. Time is up.
I think it looks great.
I'm really proud of it. I think it was a great piece of art.
I still wish we did something a little different.
Alex is checked out. I think he could be tossing this challenge in the trash just to put Mark in a really bad position.
Anthony and Ashley.
The headdress doesn't really come off as such without any detail in the feathers like you have in the skull. The composition is pretty weak. The way the moon is just sitting right on the chin of the skull.